everyone. So I hope that you guys had a good weekend. It's a little late. I'm tired, so I'll probably keep this brief. Um, it's been really hot lately, and I'm not complaining. I think it's wonderful. I'm a summer baby, so I like the heat and go to the beaches and do certain things. Today, I just want to talk to you about two things. The first one being success, and the second one being life interruptions. And there's a few things that I've learned over the past 3 days, and I just thought that I share it with you. Um, and let's just start with success first. Success is, I guess, the normal definition of what success is usually if you are, successful in having a career or successful in making a lot of money, or even completing a degree. And that's all great. And trust me, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. Everyone has their different view of what success is. And I've come to learn that success is not always monetary. Success is not always in a paper format. Success is not always attached with a goal, if that makes sense. You can be successful in many ways. And I think when I start to talk about life interruptions, these two, in my mind, go hand in hand. But success can be succeeded through people. It can be succeeded through conversation. It can be succeeded through an event. It can be succeeded through pretty much about anything that you are doing or even saying with someone else or even a group of people. And what I mean by that is sometimes when you have a goal, because let's use me for example. I've always wrote down on a piece of paper about 10 goals that I wanted to hit by 30. I will tell you that I probably hit about 5 of those. And 50%, hey, that's pretty good. But is that success to me? And as I grow older and become a little bit more knowledgeable about life itself, I tend to think that my 50% is success, yes. However, I had a moment where I was thinking to myself, well, I've done all these things, and why am I not successful? Why am I not 100% happy? And I came to the conclusion it was because, number one, I wasn't doing what I love to do. And secondly, I wasn't inviting everyone in my journey. And I think you become successful, as I stated before, when you are reaching other people through your journey, when you are telling what you have learned and showing what you have learned and applying it in your daily life. And my point of view, that is success. So let's just say, for example, if you are a teacher, you tend to think teachers are not successful. My eyes, I think they are. And I say that because a lot of people say, you know what, teachers don't get a lot of money. They don't. That's the truth. They don't. Maybe professors do, but teachers, high school, preschool, we all know they don't make a lot of money. However, the beautiful part about that is they are successful because they're successful in reaching and teaching many lives. And the most important of them all are children's lives. So, my definition of success is how are you being successful in what you are doing and how you are applying it to your life, and also how you are giving that to someone else. How are you sharing your experience? How are you sharing your journey? How are you sharing your goals? That to me is complete and 100% successful. And it makes me think about being unselfish. Because when we have a goal, and like I said, I wrote down 10 and I had 5 of them that I completed at the age of 30. And I don't think that I know I wasn't 100% successful, because although I may have reached some people, although some people may have been, you know what, you give great advice, or I just think that you're awesome at what you're doing. But I was just like, okay, that's great. But how many times did I, being critical of myself, go back to that person and catch up with them? How many times did I say, how are you doing today? So at this age that I am now, 4 years later, it's a life lesson. You are not going to be 199% successful if you don't reach and teach and apply what you have done and learned to someone else or a group of people. Become unselfish. Become unselfish with your goal. Become unselfish with your journey. Because at the end of the day, it's really not about you. And it's about, I love God. It's about God, and it's about you reaching and teaching other people, whatever it is. It could be bakery. It could be painting. It could be climbing a pole. It could be riding a bike. And the other part to that is check back up with that person or those people to see how they're doing. That's success. You don't have to always have a piece of paper and say that, you know what, I've completed this. Now, don't take me the wrong way, because I know it's hard for a lot of people to even complete a first goal. So I'm not demoting that whatsoever. And if you were that person, because I was that person at one point, great. Continue to do that. Now that you struggled and reached your goal, now with your next goal, let's apply success to it. Let's put your goal first. Let's put number 2 would be, how am I going to carry people with me through my journey? How am I going to include them so they can follow me and they can learn from me and how I came from A and I reached B and now I'm C? And then thirdly, follow up with that person. Follow up to find out how they're doing so you can just pass on that success. And to me, I think that's super, super beautiful. And I think that's a way that we as people can become unselfish, and we can have some sort of togetherness. Don't just keep everything and your goals to yourself, because trust me, somebody else needs to learn, and somebody else needs to know how, and someone else needs to know, which way to go. And it's important. Just become unselfish in your goal, and you will be successful. And I hope that makes sense. The second topic that I want to talk about is life interruptions. Now, I learned that this weekend, and especially today, and I'll just be brief. I won't take long because I know it's late. Um, this weekend I said, you know what? I'm going to go, clean my closet out. I'm going to go to Goodwill, look for some, stuff to wear. Just do a little bit of shopping, things like that, and doggone it, that didn't happen. And I know, like, someone's life is like that all the time. We always have these plans, and then we get interrupted. And when we're interrupted, it's like, I didn't even know I was going to be doing this weekend, or what am I going to do now? When am I going to have time to fit in what I thought I was going to be doing, Saturday and Sunday? And then when you're in that interruption, you're sort of frazzled and it's unfamiliar, or maybe it's familiar, or you just don't know what to do. You're just numb, or you're just standing there like, here we go again. So I learned for the past couple of days that life interruptions is an opportunity, and I learned that today from Pastor. And I think that when you have interruptions in life, you have to grab those and take that opportunity and be graceful with it and accept it. Try to learn from it, know what it is, and try to learn from it. Let's just say you're driving to Chick-fil-A, or you're driving to work, And here is that person in front of you that is probably going 20 miles an hour when the speed limit is 40. That's an interruption. But it could be an opportunity, number one, to save your life. Number two, it could be an opportunity to slow you down. And number three, it's an opportunity for you to just think about something else besides that person in front of you who's driving 20 miles an hour. This is just an example. And because you may think about it later, and this is just one example that I'm using how interruptions in life can be an opportunity for you. It can be an opportunity, let's just say, I don't know, what is another interruption that you may have in life? For me, like this weekend, like I said, I was planning doing a lot of things, and doggone it, I had to go to one of my moms. Well, she was our neighbor, is our neighbor for 19 years when my mom still lives in the house there, where she lives. And she's an evangelist now, and I went to her celebration. Didn't think I was going to be doing that. The second is, I met an awesome pastor, and it's like he is taking me under his wing, and it's just really, okay. It's that unfamiliar thing, but I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to be still, and I'm going to smile, and I'm going to be grateful. And I'm just going to embrace what it is, because it's an opportunity for me to continue to change. It's an opportunity for me to continue to learn. So if you are faced with various opportunities or, interruptions every single day, don't be angry with it or say, why is this happening? Trust me, there's a reason. So create an opportunity. And my opportunity that I'm getting out of this is I'm taking and soaking it in, and I'm just going to learn, and I'm just going to network, and I'm just going to be around people and not be in my shell like I usually am. And I'm just going to take this opportunity to do what it is that I need to do and learn what I need to learn. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to apply the success option that I had in option number one. And I'm going to make sure that I share it with someone else. And I hope I'm sharing it with you, because a lot of us get frustrated. Oh my gosh, you could be, trying to get, I don't know, baby milk or something, and they have the wrong formula, and then you go to the register or store clerk and say, where is the formula? And they're like, they don't have it. And then you're like, what am I going to do? That's an opportunity for you to focus, calm down, and think of something else that you can do to fix it. And it's an opportunity for you to learn to be patient. That's just another example. So I hope that this helps someone. I know it was brief and I didn't have a lot to say, but I primarily wanted to just talk about those two things, the success and interruptions in life. And I think that's super big, because a lot of us get a lot of interruptions, and we get frustrated when we get those interruptions because it's not what we planned for. And that's okay. You don't have to have a daily schedule that you hit every day at the same time. You don't have to do that, because that's stress. Because when it doesn't happen the way you want it to happen, and something comes in, and here comes that wrench of an interruption, then what are you going to do? So, learning from my experience, I would just say embrace it gracefully and make it beautiful. And don't be angry. I hope you guys have a great night and happy Monday tomorrow. And keep it beautiful and enjoy.